So, I think the idea of independence can be misconstrued. I think everyone should be, women and men, should strive towards being able to be self sufficient, being able to, know how to spend money in the correct way, in a way that is within your limitations of your lifestyle, within your whatever your pay is. But I think this whole notion of black women feeling like they don't need a man type of thing, I don't know if that's a result of being alongside of white women in the whole feminist movement, or what has happened. But and I know out of necessity, a lot of times our women have had to work. So we for many years, outside of the 60s and all of that, we've had to work, right? So out of necessity. And so, I don't necessarily feel like it was our way of trying to level the playing field. It was just something that out of necessities, in order for, and out of necessity, in order for our families to flourish and in order for them to make it, we had to get out and work, right? But at the same time, it's come across as we don't need a man. And even though I am a self-sufficient woman and, educated by European standards, Western standards, I still want a man. I would still want someone to build a nation with, someone to build a family with. And so a lot of times we get caught up in this. And a lot of times, some of those white feminists and some of those, women that we were so pressed to fight along with have left us in the dust. And sometimes they go home to their husbands, and we go home with who? By ourselves. And so, and that's just another one of those things that we need to be very careful about who we align ourselves with and who we call our allies. Do I think that something happens with the black relationships that we feel like we need to be independent? Yes, we do. We definitely have our issues. I feel like black women are open to more opportunities than black men. And so a lot of times it gets, a lot of times people automatically think that our men are not doing anything, or that they lack initiative or any type of get up and go to do better in life, which in turn, it's a part of the process, in my opinion. And so, you will see in corporate, you will see more black women than you will see black men. It's not the fact that black men aren't applying, it's, black men are a threat. And so when you're in this situation where you have black women are having more access to things, but yet society says men bring home the bacon, you're going to have women start to look at their men like they're less than. So, now women are able to maintain their households and take care of their children, quote unquote, by themselves. I think that, a male and female energy is needed in order to raise a child. Whether it is a man that is outside the house, that is just, like a big brother, father figure, father-like. I think, like I said, both energies are needed. And I think sometimes even out of necessity, like I talked about, sometimes with the single parenthood, where, unfortunately sometimes our men have left our homes, that women have had to kind of step it up and be the breadwinner, be the sole, provider, sole parent, all of that. And that's where this independent woman persona has come out of, in which I feel like you can still be self-sufficient, but I think we need to aim towards interdependence as opposed to independence, because I can do well by myself, but I don't think that we were put here to be alone.